What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So I am pretty stoked because Queen Studios finally dropped off Loki and he's arriving in the next few days. Finally! Oh my goodness, it's finally happening. I have a feeling that is going to become one of my favorite busts. I think it looks so effing good. So, a few updates for you guys as well. I'm trying something out. You know, I switched the bust and the 1/3. There's a reason for this, and I'll explain. I kind of feel like I can see everything a little bit better. The bust is a little more open. I can still see the 1/3 perfectly good. You know, and I feel like this looks great. You know, the mask is directly in the middle of them too, and I'm able to put that right there. You know, and Wolf has a gun on both sides, just so you're aware. Boom, boom. So I think this looks great. And the reason I want to do this is I like my displays being symmetrical. You know, I think it looks really good. So, you know, in this entire AVP display, now that is staying there. You know, I did want to do like this entire wall from here to there as AVP, but with me getting NECA Chucky and deciding to keep it, you know, I had to make this display. So if I'm going to keep that there, I might as well, you know, do it like this. So the idea is those three displays, as you can see, all life size, then two, you know, statues in the middle. That's technically 1/4, but I still think it scales pretty good. You know, and it's dog alien next to his bust, more or less. Now, I could switch that technically and do the bust right there. However, I think the way I have it set up, this works best. Now, in reality, that technically should be Fugitive Predator, or that should be Berserker Bust, but we don't have a Berserker Bust that'd fit down there. The sideshow's too big. But as you can see, it's like bust. And this will be bust, and then 1/3 on each end that are out of these three main garage shelves. So technically, the three garage shelves, there's a bust on each end and below. So this makes it symmetrical, because if I keep that wolf bust in the corner, and then I did this bust here, but then had that there, it doesn't make it symmetrical and it will bug me. This won't bug me. One thing I need to do as well, you know, I have that Predator thing. I don't know even if I've even showed you guys this. So I got this, it's a 3D printed Predator logo. And then I got the explosion symbols, and I put it like that. And I could put it how I want, but I thought that looked pretty cool. So the idea was to just make this wall look a little less empty. And I feel like that worked. So we have this, which is an alien prop, you know, obviously from the spaceship and the company that designed the spaceship, the Wayland Company. But I want something right there because it's empty. So I want to put an alien logo there. So something similar sized to that, I think would go great right above the Queen bust. And the Queen bust should fit there really good. I have extra depth because it is going into a window. And I can also even slightly angle it like I did that. You know, if I want to see the side a little bit better, you know, it really varies. Although I kind of feel like that one will be best facing me this way, because I'll be able to see the side angle anytime I'm walking by. So I think this will work. Now, of course, there's also good reasons to do this as well. I could just keep Lord of Darkness. Or I can also do Endoskeleton 1/3 there. You know, so I'm contemplating a very, very massive purchase, Queen Studios giant Thanos bust. And if we buy it, we're going to have to sell a shiz ton of statues to fund it, because, you know, it's a non-regular pre-order, not funded. So if the purchase goes through, which there's a high likelihood it will, I got a seller, I'm agreeing with the price, the shipping costs are agreeable. It's just a matter of him opening the box, checking to make sure it's not damaged. As long as it's good, I'll buy it. Now, if we buy it, we're going to have to make some sacrifices. I think it's all going to be for the best, because I think Thanos bust will become one of, if not a top 2, top 3 collectible for me. For the time being, I just threw Hulk here. But Thanos bust would be going right here. Now, Thanos bust, I've seen the photo from Mike at Collectors Enabled. He has his Thanos bust on one of these garage shelves, and it takes up almost the entire thing. However, he did have like Iron Man gauntlet right here. And what I would do actually is do the Tesseract, because then you'd have Thanos with the entire, like all the Infinity, you know, props, more or less. I mean, technically I don't have a Soul Stone. I could just buy a little, Yellowstone. But I would do that. And then right next to it where you see Hulkbuster, ideally, I'd love to angle Captain America bust if it could fit. I think if I put Thanos like completely to the left here, then I could probably fit Captain bust there, angled diagonally. And then, of course, it would be Thor, Loki, Doctor Strange. So if we do get Thanos bust, I'm going to let you guys know what I'll be selling. OG Thanos. We'll sell that guy. Definitely got to get rid of Hulkbuster. There's just, as much as I love this piece, like it is a top 3 collectible for me, it is so awesome. I just do not have space unless I move it out of this room. And I don't really want to move Marvel out of here. Plus, this is so big, so heavy. It's so incredibly hard to display it elsewhere. So I'd have to sell Hulkbuster. And I might consider selling my Venom display. That way I can do Mark 7 bust, Mark 7 1/4, Black Widow bust, Black Widow Hulk. Having everything like that. So I'll consider that. I'm still selling technically those 3. I could also, I have a buyer for Flash, Cyborg, and Shazam if I wanted to sell them for, $5,400. Goodness. It's a little tempting, but I don't want to incomplete my Justice League. If I did incomplete it, what I'd do is probably just get Black Adam and do, like Steppenwolf, Darkseid, Black Adam. However, with the new Flash movie coming out, I'm certain it's going to make me like Flash even more, and I'll be like, God, why did I sell my Flash statue? So I'm not going to make that hasty decision. What I know can definitely be sacrificed is obviously my original Thanos bust, which I absolutely love that bust. However, obviously bigger, I want a bigger one. My complaints about this is it's as tall as every other bust I have, and Thanos is a massive character. Look at him. He's way bigger than everyone else, and I want the bust to be similar. I want the bust to tower over all my other busts, so I get the big Thanos bust, and then ideally if I can fit Cap, Thor, Loki, Strange, then that would be perfect for me. And then, like I said, Mark 7 bust on the 4. So we may consider selling Venom bust. Venom bust and the Venom 1/4. Or I might try to figure some things out. Because I do really love that Venom bust, but it's still comic, which kind of bugs me. Thing is, I think that one looks cooler than the movie anyways. But we may consider selling Venom display. And I'm still selling those. So if anyone wanted those, probably just going to keep Rocket and Groot just because I really enjoyed Guardians 3. I thought it was a great movie. We're selling Blue. So Blue, we'll sell him. I'm still trying to figure out pricing, plus your location will make a big difference. But if you guys are interested in any of these, just message me Instagram or Facebook or email me. Links in the description below. But, we'll sell Blue. I could also throw in that free Velociraptor claw. You do not get that signboard, just Blue, baby Blue, Velociraptor claw. That's what you got. Those 3 items, because it is the exclusive. It is mint. There's no issues. It also fits the base fine. However, temperature can always alter that. Everything down there is technically for sale outside of those 2. And Saruman, I'm not going to sell them just yet. If someone wanted to buy my Jon Snow, I will sell Jon Snow just because eventually it's going to be just Khaleesi for me. So, I'm willing to sell Jon Snow. Now, Khaleesi bus isn't going to arrive for probably a good 2 years. So I'm not in like a hurry to sell Jon Snow. Like, I'm going to enjoy him. But eventually, he will need to go, I think. I did PO the Gigantosaurus, or whatever the heck you call it, because I do want to display it where Blue's Axe ultimately, this is all I need for Raptor. Boom. I got the 2 T-Rexes from the 2 most important scenes, and I'll have all the mega, super predators down low. And then obviously the Dilophosaurus, the other main dinosaur of Jurassic Park 1. If anyone wants Vader bust, we'll sell him at $800. And he ships in 2 boxes. We'll sell Bumblebee, for like $1,100. Now, one other thing I will consider getting Thanos Bust just to help fund it is I will consider selling Doomslayer. Basically just $3,000. I'll eat the shipping costs. That's more or less what I paid, but $3K shipped in the US. These 2 big boxes, Deluxe, Ultimate Edition. So I will sell him. And the thing I'm trying to do is only sell statues that are not part of a line. Like, you're not going to see me up and sell Prime 1 Vegeta. It's part of my line. Now, I am a line guy. This doesn't technically go part of any lines, like a true line. Like every statue you see in here is part of this video game wall line. It fits perfect. Where he is a 1/3 kind of one-off video game, just extremely cool statue. I don't have companion pieces and whatnot, so that's why I'm like willing to sacrifice him to get Thanos. Master Chief, I can still consider him part of this. Like, I'm not selling him. Bumblebee is kind of a one-off. Vader, I do want to keep this, but I don't necessarily need that. Although I'm still fine keeping it. It's still cool because they're great companion pieces. Little Gizmo gets mad at me. I would honestly even consider, if I truly need the money, letting go of Alita Bust in 1/4. I would consider it if I truly need the money. I mean, yeah. Basically, I'm going to throw on a credit card, which has a really good interest rate, good cash back, and then I'm going to pay it off with these cells is kind of how I'm doing Thanos Bust. So, yeah. But more or less, that is what I'd be selling to help fund it. I feel like I could sell all those. So as far as pricing for like my OG Thanos Bust, I need to see what the current market rates are, but I paid like $2,900. So I think a good price would just be $3K shipped because it is 2 massive boxes. I'm still going to be losing money. So I think $3K shipped is good. Hulk Buster, shipping him is going to cost about $500 to $600. So if you want me to ship him, $4K. Local pickup, $3,500. So that's the price I would do him. If we're doing Venom Bust, his box is stupid big. I would probably have to say $1,850 shipped in the US. And then Prime 1 Venom, that's the EX version, although the big toothed head is like a broken tooth and it's like missing. So you literally can't even use it. However, I like that head a lot more. But I would sell it for $1,100 shipped. For that, and then Harley, she's $1,400, and I'd sell, Joker and Deadshot, cheap, like $750, $650 shipped, and then of course he's also for sale. We'll do him at $900 shipped. And I think that is good. Blue, I'm thinking $1,350 shipped. I think those prices are good. I do plan to keep Red Sonja and Vampirella. I do want to get Blade, and I think it looks really good. Now, I can keep Alita there, but she is out of scale, which does bug me. You can see how much smaller she is. So, I'd ideally rather just do, like, Sarah Connor and, the endoskeleton. Complete that. Honestly, I've also thought of PCS Purgatory. I like that statue, but it wouldn't fit. It's too tall. Anyways, folks, that is kind of it. So in terms of what's going to be arriving, we do have Loki Bust. For some reason, it says Tuesday delivery, which shouldn't be accurate considering it's coming from California. It should be arriving Saturday. Because I had another statue ship that's going to be arriving Saturday from California. That one I'm keeping a secret, but it is 1/3 scale. If you're in my Facebook group, you'll know what it is. So be sure to join that. Galvatron did just ship. I thought about should I keep or cancel, but I do want that statue. I've seen it in person. It's incredible. The price is incredible, and I think it just fits my display better. I gotta say, I do like the way I've done that. The bust right there. I think that looks better. When I'm looking at that, I'm like, that does look better. I think I'll keep that. I think it looks good. I could, move the bust forward and attach his backpack, but that backpack doesn't really add much to it, so I'm still just not going to display it. Anyways, folks, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It will be crazy getting that Queen Thanos bust, because one, we got to carry it all the way downstairs. It weighs like 300 pounds, and you need at least like 3 or 4 people, like strong people. And, you know, I'm very strong. I'll invite my brother who's very strong, and probably my other brother who's quite strong, maybe even the 4th. You know, and we'd have to carry it basically from the front door, down the stairs, through here, through there, into that room, and then on the shelf. So you got to go through 3 doors. And I know it does fit through a standard door at an angle. The only thing that comes off is the gauntlet. But you just have to be extremely careful, especially going down the stairs. You know, probably have to have 2 people, maybe 3 people at the bottom, and then 1, you know, in the back. It'll be crazy. It'll be a crazy experience. I'll probably have my wife film it. Goodness. But that's definitely going to be a piece that I'll, you know, keep forever. You know, Thanos is my favorite villain, and I don't know why I never bought that to begin with. I really should have. You know, I thought I was content and happy with my original, but... And I still love that original. It's so good, but I got to get that big boy, you know. Anyways, folks, that is it. I'll see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.